Why you trying to flex? Y'all are just flexing too much. Y'all are just flexing too much.
Hey, Team the Arc here. I've discovered HIO music on Wheat's launch. So tell me about yourselves.
Yeah, thanks for having us on here, Tommy. Uh, I'm Ryder. I'm the founder and CEO of HIO Music. We just went live on the Apple App Store, Google Play, and we launched last year on Solana's Saga phone, the world's first crypto phone, which I got right here in front of me. And yeah, we're happy to be on your platform here because we're launching. We're currently in a Fjord Foundry raise right now. It's the last few hours of it. And we're excited to launch on Weeks. The HIO token is going out on Tuesday. So tomorrow we get another, 10 hours left in this, 13 hours left on Fjord. But essentially, we are a music streaming platform for mobile to get creators paid. HIO has a unique revenue model, which is a per user engagement model where 100% of subscriptions go to creators. If you listen to one song, who are you just mentioning? Tom McLeod?
Tom McDonald. He's an independent artist.
Yeah, Tom McDonald. If you listen to one Tom McDonald track on HIO Music and you're paying the subscription, he's getting $10 that month. If you listen to one Tom McDonald track and a Broken Social Scene song, I tour with Broken Social Scene, they'd be getting $5 and $5. Essentially everything, your whole subscription, 100% goes to creators. On top of that, we've got a rewards token. It's a utility token on Solana called HIO, and it's there to incentivize community. So, if you're inviting friends to the platform, if you're sharing music, if you're creating platforms, anything that's there, any action you take builds the community, which is what music is about. The HIO token helps mobilize that and helps incentivize that and helps us, just help creators out. We're here to get creators paid, and that's our jam. The Artist Ambassador program that's kicking in next week. The HIO plays into that. You can hold on to it for free subscriptions, perks, exclusives, gated pre-releases, and yeah, it's wild time. I mean, we're just getting this out the door, and yeah, I'll introduce on the call right now. We've got Galen, who's our head of product. We've got Zach, who is our business development on the token, and we got Toby, who's our CTO. And yeah, we're excited to talk to you.
Do you have a background in music, or why are you building a crypto project on Solana?
Yeah, so personally, I mean, everyone here is a musician. I started my first record label in 2004. Over the next 10 years, we put out 50 albums when albums were a thing for bands. I've played hundreds of shows, and with Broken Social Scene, I sleep in sweet hotels, but I've slept on many couches. Galen and Toby have both released music for major labels. And personally, when I hit 1 million streams for a song called Tokyo on Spotify, that was the genesis of HIO. It was like, did we get paid? And I called 604 up. I'm like, I could see that we just crossed over 1 million, but you have no transparency. You have no idea what you got paid. And it basically just started spotlighting once I started diving into the essence of what the actual model was, it was like, what the fuck? This is fucked. So anyhow, we've got a solution that we think is very unique, and we're excited to roll it out.
So I'm looking at the website, and 100% of subscription goes to the creators. How does this work? And is the money in fiat or crypto?
Yeah, so that it's fiat. So the subscription side is separate from the token side. The subscription side, I want my mom to be able to go on and listen to her favorite track, like Lady in Red, Krista Berg. These guys have heard me say this too many times, but the point is, she should be able to log in, pay her subscription, have no idea about the cool tech. I don't want her to have to connect a wallet, even though she did just get her first Phantom wallet the other day, and I walked her through it. But the whole point is to have a music stream platform that actually gets creators paid, that comes from the side of creators for creators. And yeah, I mean, for the normies, paying $10, they're used to it. So our mission is to create, a better experience than a Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Apple Music. One where we're not just pushing music at you. One where you can actually connect to the artists you love. One where the artists can actually see who their top fans are. And basically embrace the idea of what music is, which is about community. It's about bringing people together and feeling that connect with the other people in your circle that love that artist as well. Because you just don't get any of that data on a Spotify, Tidal, Deezer. You have no idea who's listening to you. And why do you have to take it? Why do you have to go to Instagram to like promote a show or promote your new album, pay $100 to even reach the fan base that you built on that fucking platform to bring them to Spotify just so you can get the optics of that? So, we are a networked product, and yeah, I mean, we've got like Dick Huey is our head of licensing. He was the first head of licensing. He was the first person connecting all the dots with major distributors at Spotify in the US in 2011. So all, in the next 6 months, we'll have the same 100 million tracks as everyone else, but a unique model where actually artists are getting paid, where users getting rewarded, and if you want to upload directly, you can't as an artist. I go, if I'm recording right here on my 4-track and I want to upload a song right now, I would have to pay $50, say, to DistroKid, I mean, for the album, for them to then send it to Spotify. On HIO, you can literally just upload directly, and it's actually minting to Solana when you do so. So essentially, we've got the same 100 million track catalog as all the biggies, plus the user-generated content, which in the traditional world would be SoundCloud, Bandcamp, or YouTube, or in the Web3 space is Zora or Sound. We're right in the middle of that, where we've got all the traditional content, but plus you can upload something directly to HIO, and it's actually being supercharged. Like, I love the idea of NFTs as like the guts of a piece of content. So it's like empowering that piece of content. If you want to mint tickets to a show, upload them to, HIO, and you go to the show, 10 years later the artist knows who actually went to that show. You can make that connection better. You can reward them, you can airdrop them, etc. So it's these features that I think are really cool and exciting, and ways that we can connect to fans right now in the Web3 space. But really, my mission is not, our mission is not to onboard 1 billion users to Web3. Our mission is to get 1 billion creators paid, and we use Web3 as a feature. How much would it cost? This much. We take we cover the transaction fee on Solana, and we mint it for you, and you don't have to worry about it. And so yeah, it's free.
Okay,
Also,
so where's the music stored at, or do you store it somewhere yourself?
so you want to take this one, Toby?
Yeah, so the music is stored on like our servers, so traditional AWS, in just a S3 bucket. However, when you start selling your music, and you're offering that within your shop on the app, every time your fans purchase your music or support you via like a pre-release, if you wanted to do like a gated type of pre-release before your music goes out to other streaming platforms, every time that purchase is made on our platform, we handle the minting for you, right? So then each of your fan get a unique NFT. They don't really even know that it's all happening in the HIO wallet. You'll see that NFT minted for you, and you can transfer that out to your own external wallet if you wanted to. But as a traditional Web2 user, it's a seamless experience.
Okay, thank you.
Was that cutting out for you guys? I think your connection's a little shaky there, Toby.
Could you explain the tokenomics, and are there any minting or staking or burning capabilities to consider before moving forward?
Zach, you want to take it away?
Yeah, absolutely. 1 billion tokens. non-mintable. We're revoking the mint function, of course. And is there deflationary processes? Yes. The economic benefit of the subscription fees being in fiat is to be able to purchase back and do buyback programs to have a deflationary mechanism for the token itself. And then as well, when people are staking within the app, there's features that are coming when subscriptions go live, to be able to stake the HIO token, to get a discount on the fiat subscription. A certain amount of stake tokens can be burned over time to give additional benefits within the app. I mean, there's been already several things that have been mentioned here, but you'll be able to use the token to be able to get in-app benefits. There'll be buckets that are burned through buybacks from the team itself. And then there's several creative ideas that we're coming up with as we add more features within the app through this beta version that will make a pretty interesting case for a highly deflationary token over time.
So I'm going to look over at Fjord pre-sale, and I see that you're going to be in the App Store, but for your Fjord pre-sale, can you explain this negative bonding curve and why the price is coming down to the right as we get to the deadline?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like people are very familiar with pump fun. So pump fun is like a typical bonding curve that most are used to. So it starts really low, like 5K, and then it runs to about 90, 100, then it bonds, and then it goes on chain, right? And so with Fjord LBP, it's really interesting because it does the opposite. It starts really high, and then it comes down on a logarithmic curve. And as it comes down, basically it will bond at where the buy pressure and bids are from the people that are interested in the HIO token. So what this essentially does is it stops snipers, first of all, which is a massive problem on Pump Fund. Somebody buys in at a 7K market cap, for $1,000, they own 15-20% of supply. So it stops that from happening. Secondly, it's a really fair and equitable model for people that are interested in the HIO token to be able to buy it where they believe that the market cap is, or FTV is, a fair valuation. So we've been live for about a day and a half. There's another half day going on here, and we've been bouncing between about a 9 mil FTV to a 16 mil FTV. And it's interesting to see the game theory and the dynamics play out, where depending on the time of the day, maybe it's Europe, maybe it's Southeast Asia, where you see certain buy pressure come in, and then you see it kind of go quiet, and then buy pressure go in, and then some people stir up and they talk about it on Twitter, and then some people stir up and they talk about it on Telegram. So it's been a treat so far to be a part of it, and really excited to wrap it up tomorrow.
So is about 1 cent the current price on the pre-sale?
Essentially, in a simple way, that's basically what it is. It's just like a pump fund, right? In the sense that it's like an off-chain like liquidity pool. Like it is its own liquidity pool in a way. So you can sell out of it while you're in it. We're not trapping people into a fixed price sale or anything like that. It's really open market. It's really fair. It's really transparent. And some people buy high, some people buy low. With some of these logarithmic charts, obviously all hypothetical. Sometimes they ramp up towards the end because there's some FOMO. Sometimes they sell out right at the beginning, and projects thought that they were gonna sell out at a 50 mil FTV, and it ends up selling out at a 500 mil FTV. So it's really just based on where the market's at, what the community wants, and then I'm equally as interested to see where it ends at.
All right, so quick question.
Yeah, the game theory.
Are the 30 million tokens in Fjord about 1% of your total supply?
That's correct.
Yep.
All right. So I'm looking over the WeLaunch page here. Is Wheats the first centralized exchange you're listing on?
It is.
It is.
We'll be launching DEX, and then shortly thereafter launching SEX on Weeks. They will be the first one, and we're super excited. Talking with the team, about the prize pools and what they figured and that their interest in us, and super excited to get that going.
I see Lady Bubbles follows you on Twitter. I met her in Singapore. She's a musician, so it's good musicians that are finding you.
Well, it's fascinating that I mean our artist outreach department, like we just signed on some. I mean, there's a ton of catalog coming down the pipes from distributors, but one of the ones that I'm most excited about is Merge Records. They did like Caribou, um, Neutral Milk Hotel, Destroyer, Arcade Fire. I mean, I've listened to Merge since the early '90s. Like they were one I used to go to Super Chunk shows all the time. So it's such an honor to have their support. We were just on a call with them yesterday and about doing a Merge month this coming month. But it's funny because we got our artist outreach like department, which is Eamon McGrath and Sheila Roberts. Sheila used to be the Trailer Park Boys manager and also did, she was the director of marketing at Puma. Eamon's got gold records on his wall for a band called July Talk. Anyhow, it's finally hit that point in the last week where artists are just starting to inundate them. Because it was for the last, ages, it's been like them just knocking on doors and like, hey, guys, like check out this platform. And it's finally the script is flipping, which is like, I think it took getting Merged and some real, like Bonnie Prince Billy from Kentucky is one of my favorite artists of all time. And him coming on with a couple records that aren't available on Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, including I See a Darkness, which Johnny Cash and Rick Rubin covered. Like legendary dude. And it's just getting the cred from like my favorite artists. And like I got to sit at his dinner table a few months ago, and he hates music streaming, but he's on HIO. So I mean, it's finally hitting that moment where it's like, okay, we're actually like, it's go time, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to add to this. These guys, so you have Toby on here, you have Galen on here, building product, chefing away. I bet you Toby's coding right now. He's locked in. He's got the headphones on. He's going, bro. Like these guys are some of the hardest workers and honestly, one of the best dev teams on Solana. What they've been able to achieve in such short time to build this vertically integrated app that's on all these app stores, including the Solana Dapp Store, one of 50 apps, is like nothing short of a miracle. And just it's fun to see the product come to life through Galen's vision on the design and product integration side, all the way through to the devs that actually integrate it on the back end, and then you see it in DevNet, and you're like, this is super exciting because that the app update is coming. There's several updates that are coming after TGE, right? When the token is actually trading. Some of the digital asset minting within the app, and claiming rewards and points to HIO and all of these things. And so there's so many screens that are built, and you can kind of see the timeline of when they're going to come out. So like merchandising stores where people can plug in, print to ship merchandise. You don't have to worry about it. Social components where it's like you have almost like a Twitter type feed, but it's all about music. People are sharing what they're listening to. You're seeing who's engaging with what. And you're kind of seeing this come together in a world where, as a content creator, obviously you have like your Twitters, your YouTubes, but the one thing that's super universal is music. Everyone listens to music. They always do. It brings everyone together. And on an app like HIO, where you can sell merchandise, you can share what you're listening to, you can get rewarded based on your engagement, and it's all in one place. It makes perfect sense for like somebody like a podcaster, like a Joe Rogan to come in. I mean, maybe Joe Rogan's an exception to the rule because he, got paid $100 million, but any major podcast that's like doing well, that has a core fan base that listens to them, where they don't have to detract them to a Shopify, to another site, all within one application, they can interact with their community. That's what we want on HIO. You get rewarded for making community on HIO, whether it's through an awesome curated playlist, whether it's through a live podcast that you do, whether it's through uploading vlogs. I mean, I don't know if we have that feature yet. We'll have to ask Galen and Toby, but That's my 2 cents on it. So I went on a tangent, but definitely I think podcasters will be interested in something like this.
To be honest, actually, there is. I did a podcast last week, and he's already uploaded. I'd have to get the name of it right now, but it's there. The functionality to upload, audio tracks, obviously, is already there. We'd love to get vlogs happening, but actually, just tying into RSS feeds for podcasts is something that's really important to our CMO. He's not on this call right now, but it's Arthur Falls. He was he was lead comms at Definity, back in 2015, and then Consensus. But also, he had the first podcast about crypto that wasn't Bitcoin. It was called Beyond Bitcoin. There's now another one called Beyond Bitcoin, but he had the original podcast on altcoins in 2013. So like podcasting is actually really important to him. Like we're getting down the line of like all features and everything we need to build. He keeps bringing it back up. Like we got to get that like the RSS feed. It's like we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming down the pipe. We would love to have your podcast on here, and none of this is exclusive. It doesn't have to be. But if you wanted to gate it or do pre-releases and make some money before it goes live, you could do that on HIO. That's the point.
Okay, so I have a security question for you. How do you stop users from making massive accounts and spamming your platform with millions of songs?
Well, for one thing, I mean, just you need to be paying to monetize. Like you have to have a subscription to monetize. But you can upload, you can sell. But like the other thing is, it makes the most sense to talk about royalties, because on Spotify, once your music is up there, you can literally bot the shit out of that stuff. I've seen it happen, and and they still pay out at almost like 0.003 to 0.005, whereas on HIO you actually have to be paying your $10 for your $10 to get distributed. So in a way, that takes out a big piece of botting and the incentives to bot. Unless you want to pay a team of bots $10, that'd be sick. But yeah, I mean, there's KYC in place, etc. But yeah, you're not part of like the incentive share for actually engagement if you're not paying your $10. Of course, you can't upload a Kanye West track, getting flagged and you're getting booted. But yeah, Toby, do you want to talk more on security, or Tommy, you got any more on?
A great idea you should do: allow meme songs on your platform. It'd be funny.
Yeah, I mean, we can always.
That's a great idea. We got to do
and then we meme
meme song competition.
Old McDonald had a Doge. Elon Musk.
Just get everyone to upload a bunch of meme songs.
Theme songs. Yeah, it's not theme songs. It's meme songs.
It could be very popular.
I actually like that. Galen, let's get to the drawing board tomorrow and get it done.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great idea. And for the DJs, I think they'll like it a lot. Let's do it.
Yeah, tametheark's meme song. And we'll sort it out for you. We'll throw up a token on Pump Fund for you too. Just kidding. But I mean, literally, essentially, your token is like, you upload a piece of content where there's a playlist, etc., make 1,000 copies, boom. I mean, the thing is right now, like we're ingesting the same 100 million songs that are out there. So, and there's a music, there's a music discovery. We're partnered with George Brown University and the government of Canada for their AI program. And so they're helping build the AI music discovery piece. So essentially, as this gets built, it's only going to get stronger, the KYC on this. But right now, you can flag stuff, report. But yeah, the KYC is getting built right now on that level. But yeah, if you fuck around, you're gone. But yeah, I mean that is obviously it's an important part. But we'll literally have all the songs that you would want to upload Like it's funny because I can't even get my stuff uploaded to YouTube. It's like I get like content flagged, or like I try and upload a song to SoundCloud, and I'm like, I wrote it, but it went through all the distributors, and like I'm getting flagged. So, but yes, I mean that you can't be uploading other people's songs. That's it's a no, and you have to sign. When you upload it, it's like, yes, I own the exclusive rights to this content. I am the rights owner, etc. So yeah, that whole piece is only getting built out further. I mean, we've got a brand new baby right now. It's beta. It's free to use, free to listen, free to upload, and and you can sell stuff on it. But the point is, you know, it is a brand new baby. That's why it's beta, and that's what's exciting about it as well. It's like,
So is the app free in the beginning on the
yeah,
App Store?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I was just gonna show you so one of our first investors is Stephen Lucier from Solana Labs. I don't know if you have checked out this Solana Saga phone yet.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I love this phone and when you go into the DApp store here, I mean, there's only 50 DApps, in on the Solana Saga, and we are one of them right there. We got HIO right there. So one of the things that's exciting about this phone too is that it's become a lightning rod. So this is essentially it's curated, right? Like the feed, this main feed is curated. Hold on one second here. We got Spoon up here, one of my favorite albums. Click in here. Sorry, I'm doing this blind here. It's a music streaming platform. We could be sharing this, etc. Everybody on the platform has their own profile. I'll just hit pause for 1 second here. There's rewards on it. So, we've got this is where the quests that we're building in go. You can be searching whatever. Anyhow, I should be actually demoing this for you properly. Yeah. So I mean, it's like it's like right now, I mean, our artist outreach department, they're doing like they do content on it. I mean, essentially the albums we're featuring are more so like curated pieces, like a digital magazine in a way. Like this is Caribou here. Yeah. This is Arabian Prince. He's actually, from the band NWA. He's our chief innovation officer. He founded a company called, like, his first video game company after Straight Outta Compton came out in 1989. He's done graphics for Silver Surfer. He's worked in VR, AR, and he's on our team. So it's like, it's funny getting this record because it actually has the first man. Sorry, me flipping from the other side isn't working very well here. But it's an honor to have him on the team. I wasn't allowed to listen to Straight Outta Compton when I was, growing up. So it's just wild. He's such he's got great synergy with just music and tech, a great mix of head and heart. And yeah, it's a music streaming platform, but with like unique guts to it and a unique revenue model and one that focuses on community.
So, are you building your community by going to any conferences this year or more events?
Yeah, I mean, we sponsored one of the VCon after parties a couple of months ago. We also put on we all met up in Montreal for Pop Montreal. We sponsored their opening party. Of course, like, I mean, I've done too many conferences in the last couple of years, but you know, I look forward to being able to put on the best parties at these spots for sure. Like, I would love to, my favorite events though of the year are probably Solana Breakpoint. I've been to the last three because Solana, like, the community is core and fun and exciting. Like the fact that they've built a phone, and they did that to encourage the idea of a Web3 adoption, like the idea that you could have a seed phrase within a phone. And what's so cool about that phone, in a way, is like they put it out and, they were kind of like, wow, we did it. We proved a point. And then bonk, the airdrop for bonk. So the airdrop for bonk, I'm going to show you one more thing on this phone because this is wild. Yes, exactly. So the moment December 15th hit last year, almost a year to this date in 10 days. The moment that airdrop and the word got out about it, because the Bonk token had been out for almost a year, hadn't done anything. Then people realized if you had the Solana saga, you had 30 million Bonk on your phone. And it just so happened, just the narrative hit just right. So this phone sells out in 1 day. Suddenly they're going for $5,000 on eBay. And when I click into my Phantom wallet on this phone, I'm going to show you what's in here because it's literally, so this is the price of tokens that have just come to this phone. So like with Bonk, yeah. So with Bonk, what's that one at? 1,312. There's Jupiter, etc. A lot of these were just pushed straight to the phone. But the point is, I use this phone purely as a demo for that because what's so cool about it is that this has become a lightning rod for new projects. And so when you also click on like the NFT tab, there's thousands of dollars worth of NFTs. A lot of these aren't worth anything, but they've just been like directly airdropped to the phone. Like if you have this, that's for the upcoming phone, but the Saga Genesis, like somebody the other day was like, "Yeah, you've got the where is it? This guy." The crown's actually worth a lot of money. I'm like, "Okay." But like so what's cool, what's unique about this phone is what I think is going to be exciting to watch with HIO, which is you build something, you build a platform, and it's the users who do cool shit on it who end up making it valuable for a certain thing. Like when they put that phone out, they had no idea it was going to end up like a hub for crypto. And with HIO, it's like YouTube in 2007. In other words, in 2007, there was a little artist out of Canada, an hour from, where most of us live in Toronto. His name was Justin Bieber. He was a little 15-year-old doing cover songs. But he built this community around like his video on this platform, and it took on a life of its own, and he helped YouTube just as much as they helped him. So what I'm saying, Solana saga to Justin Bieber to HIO. I can't wait till kids, some kid in Kentucky ends up making $50 for something that he uploaded, wrote the night before. Yeah, I'm not sure I answered your question. I went on another tear, but there we go.
So in the App Store right now, is your application free? Or is there a charge in the beginning?
It's free. I mean, we can't, yes, we could put in subscriptions now and it'd be like subscribe to support basically, but realistically it's like, you know what, if you're paying your $10, you're used to having all the music in the world. So why don't we just wait, get through like everybody's feedback as we ingest all the catalog. And Spotify was free for a couple years too. It's what it is. It just means that we have to hustle harder. And yeah, like, I wouldn't expect anybody to pay $10 until the favorite tracks are all up there. So that's where we're at with it.
So I'm looking at your Fjord. Half of the tokens available for pre-sale have already been bought, and it looks like you're launching on Monday or Tuesday on Wheats with 3 million HIO tokens as an airdrop.
It's on actually the Tuesday, December 10th. We do.
My advice for you is don't look at the charts all
UID
night
and
long.
all.
You get some sleep and don't stay up all night.
Absolutely.
We've been looking at launchpad charts, and it's only gonna get worse and more on centralized exchanges. I'm telling you.
It's just like, I don't know if you can see these
hard
bags,
to
but
walk
this
away.
is real. This is time spent looking at a screen. Yeah. I mean, the jam is this, like, we're putting out, like, honestly, this is undervalued right now. The FDV on this, 8.9, like, Spotify is an $80 billion market cap right now. Like, we are building a business. We are not launching a meme coin here. This is, this is a rewards token to, like, incentivize community within the HIO platform, but the vision on this is way grander than a meme coin. Like, the guts of what the team has built. I mean, there's a dozen members of this team. Toby is sitting on top of There's 6 devs working full time on this. Like pretty lean and mean as far as like what the scope of what we're building is. But yeah, I mean the market is ripe for what we're doing and also vast when you actually start cracking into the guts of music streaming. Insiders being us don't get to touch it for was it a year? But Zach, you want to handle that question?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There was several rounds that were done. There's vesting for all of them. Earliest round is like 10% at TGE and 3-month lock and 18-month vest, and it was built pretty robustly to make sure that there's not crazy sell pressure or anything like that. Obviously, on Spores and Fjord, it's instantly unlocked. So they'll be able to, trade day one, and hopefully a lot of those users come over for a better, off-chain experience on weeks. That's the idea here. And if you guys want to check out the tokenomics on that, just visit our site, hit our Git book in the top right, and then at the bottom is the tokenomics.
It's actually it's in the Fjord Foundry when you click into the transparency. Sorry, yeah, transparency. You can see round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4 was Spores Network. So all the information's up there. It's out. I encourage anyone just to like click on the about page of the Fjord raise because it's all there in a nutshell. It's a good place, a good landing place, and we're up there for another 13 hours, 10 minutes, and 43 seconds.
So I have more questions after looking at the token distribution. What is this questing?
Yeah, so there's quests on our platform, on the rewards page, and those are getting built in, new quests every week, and maybe it is, meme song of the week. But I mean, essentially it allows us to have some fun and to reward people who are using the platform. If you're invited, you get rewarded if you're even just signing up, setting up your profile header, setting up your profile pic, getting some HIO. Setting up a playlist, getting some HIO. Sharing that playlist, sharing music, you're getting some HIO. But like the questing allows us to be like, did you listen to the featured album of the week? Did you do this? Or like, just giving people a little bit of like
What about
kickback.
HIO karaoke night?
I like it. Also, we were thinking about fuck yeah. We were also thinking
Yeah,
about bird
I like
parties,
it.
like fireside like jams, like once a month where it's like, yeah, people come into a live, like do some video, sing some songs, but we actually burn token. We melt marshmallows and burn token. But yeah, I mean the quests, the airdrop. Obviously, we're collaborating with some of the biggest groups in the Solana space, like Solana Sensei, Monkey DAO Music, Sandware, Acid Dash, Galactic Geckos, Boo. They're getting an airdrop. If you have the Solana Saga phone, you're also getting, all you got to do is install the app and there's an airdrop coming for you guys as well. So yeah, I mean, that's it, it's something fun we're looking forward to being able to do here.
I'm not too familiar with Fjord. Is this USDC on the Solana network?
It is USDC on Solana. Yep,
And the gas fees are probably very cheap, right?
they're less than a penny.
Yeah. 100%. Trying to get with Broken Social Scene, we got a bus and 12 people rolling in a bus, keeping everybody's like healthy, especially through the pandemic when it was like getting back into the tour zone. It's like it costs a lot to get 12 people out on the road. Those buses are, thousands of dollars a day. You got to have, hotel rooms, the whole fucking mission. It's a lot. And like if you're trying to reach your 1,000 true fans, you got to go town to town and you're lugging merch and like, trying to sell merch. Essentially, you're a traveling, clothing store because that's what you have to do. You're not like, somebody goes to the show some people have a vinyl player at home, but not many. No one's going to buy a CD anymore, and they're certainly not going to pay for their subscription to music stream platform at your show. It's like, it's the dynamics are your clothing brand. That's in a way, and you're delivering an epic experience at the show. But like, you can only do it in one fixed location every night. Like, the dynamics of it, just like the logistics of it, are not easy to pull off. Which is, I mean, I used to be able to go walk around a room and, we'd be playing Thunder Bay or like Jacksonville, and I could sell, 20 CDs after the show just by walking up to people and saying, "Hey, like, I guaranteed on that to like pay the gas, to put gas in the tank to get to the next show." You can't do that so easily anymore, right? I mean, even if you want to sell them a shirt, you got to have different sizes. It's like, it's
Yes, your large, really large, or small shirts.
And I want to add into that, and it's one of the reasons we're building HIO, being mostly former musicians or current musicians, where you used to be able to make money by selling your music and online, CDs at the shows, like Ryder was saying. You can't do that anymore, and music streaming isn't paying enough. So artists are essentially like, I told my friend when he wanted to start a band the other day, I said, you may as well just go down to the World Trade Center and just sell T-shirts. Like, just there's no money in this anymore. We're all a little jaded, but we're here to fix it, where people can actually make money from the music itself, getting 100% of the user subscription if they're listening to your songs.
And you just brought up a point that I also want to touch on too, that Galen, you've brought up in the past, and the idea. I mean, right now, we're about token holders. We're not about shareholders. There aren't shareholders in this. The moment that we actually have to do that play is the moment that we lose the vision on the bigger picture. Like, I would, as a team, we 100% would rather be creating value for our token holders. When you have a Spotify, your mission is to create value for your shareholders. There's a very different thing between a shareholder and the user of your platform. You know what? We'll get a Tame the Ark song together for you. Yeah. Anyhow.
Pretty good. That sounded pretty good. Ryder, it's almost like you used to do that for a living. That was pretty good.
Don't worry, we'll write something for you. It'll be your meme song. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming down the pipe. Tommy, appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is our last one before this goes live. So we're very grateful to be on here. And yeah, it's going to be fun. And looking forward to seeing all of you listeners and viewers in the future. Hit us up if you try out the app and you have any suggestions. Let us know. Tame the Ark, oh, tame the Ark, oh, tame the Ark.